going on. So, a real question is being asked in the NBA right now: is James Harden the best player going today? Now, people always got this complex about define the best. Well, I'm going to say this about him. I don't think that he has the overall trajectory that Kevin Durant has, or the instant light your board up personism of Steph Curry. The way Steph Curry changed the course of the basketball with shooting from crazy long range, or the power driven and just get on my way LeBron James aspect, or the duality of playing on both sides at a high level like Kawhi Leonard, or that if he's healthy, mind blowing, filling up stats from every angle you can imagine Anthony Davis, or would you say the takeover like Kyrie Irving, um, um, or would you say being Mr. Triple Double like Russell Westbrook? Those are some of the guys that you can mention, and those, in depending on where Joel Embiid goes, eventually he'll be in that kind of conversation. But I will say this: there is not another player that's playing today that represents today's game better than James Harden, because he got an element of all. Now, yeah, I think he walks, and I laugh how he moves and he shuffles and he does that pump and fake and he does all that on top of the key, but he sells it better than anybody else to the refs. And he can shoot, and he can flat out score, and he can play, but he sells that herky jerky, knee jerk back movement, throws that beard, gets that free throw line. I'm telling you right now, I saw Shaquille O'Neal in his prime, or Charles Barkley. I seen back when Biggs were dominant. I seen LeBron James dominant. I seen, guys be dominant. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, even Dwayne Wade, when Dwayne Wade, had his went to free throw against Dallas. I've seen a lot of different players you can throw. I've never seen another non-big get to the free throw line and put the refs on skates. He doesn't just put his defenders on skates; he puts the refs on skates. So James Harden is a very compelling character. And when I talk about basketball, I mean, I always say this. I will say this by and large: of all the major sports, basketball players are always the ones I always end up saying I've never seen anyone like, because there's always something unique about. Like in football, you can see a different quarterback who can remind you of certain things that they do, or receivers. And in baseball, you can see certain hitters or pitchers and certain things. And there's a few that are unique. But the NBA is really probably has the most unique. And all due respect to other sports, body comes along and dominates any other sport. They're unique in their own right. But there's something about basketball where you think that because the rules change, but this guy, he benefits not only from the Euro step, but he benefits from the 3 point. And he also benefits from, you know, how you handle the rock. And he benefits from no hand check and different things. And he just is one of those, he's just a freak of nature. He's on an incredible numbers run now that only Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant have done in the last 30 years. And the numbers that he's threatening, and to get to the free throw line like Shaquille O'Neal, when you start to put in perspective all the stuff that he's doing, James Harden is a freak of nature. He's a very unique player. And right now he's heading towards the Hall of Fame easily. And I say this without even thinking twice, because you think about the runner-ups to Steph Curry with the MVP consideration, the way he's been, and he's making a case right now. So you have to. So I can't say definitively he's the best player in the league, but I'll say this: he has an argument that he belongs in the conversation, because his games and his style set is, to me. I know I'm thinking about past decades when guys fit into because the era wasn't like this. I mean, if you saw basketball, could be the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and the 00s, you think about different guys who impose their will. But thinking about guys whose style fits perfectly to what's happening, even though they might necessarily be considered the best, but their style is more compatible, because his style is far more compatible than any other player I can think of. All due respect to Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard. But this guy, even Joel Embiid, when I see Joel Embiid shooting long range shots, but this guy's style is like something, all due respect to Kyrie Irving too. I'll throw some names out there of guys who you can make a strong case of how great they are right now. But this guy, he fits this era like it's tailor made for him because of the style. It's a style thing. Like if James Harden was a boxer, he'd be a champion because he knows how to improvise on style. And that's a gift that you just can't teach. So he is an interesting. He has a case for being the best player going today. Even though I don't necessarily feel that he is per se when I think about other guys, because he hasn't won, and of course he always dies out in the playoffs because he exerts himself, but how he swings around us. But he got a case, and he's a very compelling player. He's a very compelling player. James Harden's story is very compelling. Because it's one of those guys you ain't quite seen anything like it. And yeah, it's going to be interesting how it all turns out. If he ever gets a chip, then history's going to be interesting where it places him because he's been pretty much unstoppable. So, anyway, that's my take on James Harden. Is he the best player in the NBA today? Feel free to leave them comments. Feel free to subscribe. Welcome to 2019. I'm out. Peace.